Steelers Nation, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. You know we're always looking for ways this team can improve and bring that Lombardi trophy back to Pittsburgh where it belongs. The front office, the coaching staff, and yes, even the players, they're all working every day to sharpen this roster. But the quarterback position? That's still the big question. We've got a fresh update on Aaron Rodgers, a possible game-changing addition for the 2025 season. If you're excited about the possibility of Rodgers in black and gold, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Let's dive in. Here we are in mid-May, and the Pittsburgh Steelers still don't have a definitive answer at quarterback. The plan remains unclear. Mason Rudolph is QB1 on paper, and sixth-round rookie Will Howard is right behind him. But let's be honest, this doesn't exactly scream Super Bowl or bust. That's why so many fans have been holding out hope that Aaron Rodgers will join the team. But Rodgers has been silent, and it's been frustrating. During his appearance on the Pat McAfee show, he mentioned he's still dealing with some personal issues, saying he doesn't yet know what he wants to do. And just like that, Steelers fans were left in limbo. Again. So what's going on? Why can't Rodgers make up his mind? And does Pittsburgh still have a shot at landing the future Hall of Famer? On Friday, we finally got a little bit of insight. Ian O'Connor, Rodgers' biographer and author of Out of the Darkness, The Mystery of Aaron Rodgers, joined 93.7 The Fan and gave Steelers fans a much-needed update. According to O'Connor, Rodgers is genuinely interested in playing for the Steelers. He respects the organization and sees the potential here. But, and this is key, his personal life is holding him back. I do think there will be a happy ending, O'Connor said. If I had $100 to bet, I'd say he shows up June 10th for the start of minicamp. Now that's something we haven't heard in a while, a specific date. A bit of optimism. And it's coming from someone who knows Rodgers better than just about anyone in the media. O'Connor emphasized that Rodgers is working through his personal matters and that those issues are nearly resolved. When asked directly if he thinks those problems would prevent Rodgers from playing football again, O'Connor said no. That's huge. It means we could be just weeks away from seeing Rodgers walk into the Steelers facility ready to take command of the huddle. And if that happens, this team suddenly becomes a legitimate contender. According to multiple sources inside the organization, the Steelers still see Rodgers as the guy for 2025. Even at age 41, his skill set, leadership, and playoff experience are unmatched by anyone else currently on the roster. Omar Khan and Mike Tomlin have been building around that possibility. Let's not forget what the team has already done. They brought in DK Metcalf via trade. They added promising rookie wideout Caleb Johnson in the third round. And despite letting Russell Wilson and Justin Fields walk, they haven't panicked. They've remained patient, hoping Rodgers comes through. Even the recent trade of George Pickens to the Cowboys makes more sense when you think of it this way. If Rodgers is coming in, you need veteran receivers who understand the playbook, run crisp routes, and don't bring drama to the locker room. That's where names like Metcalf, Robert Woods, Calvin Austin III, and Roman Wilson come into play. But it still feels like one more piece could take this unit over the top. And now, according to Adam Crowley, the Steelers are eyeing Saints wide receiver Chris Olave. Olave would be a perfect fit in the slot, a role Pittsburgh hasn't properly filled since Deontay Johnson. A core group featuring Metcalf, Olave, and Johnson could be elite. Look, if Rodgers decides to wear the black and gold, everything changes instantly. You're not just talking about making the playoffs. You're talking about being a real threat in the AFC. You're talking about going toe-to-toe with Mahomes, Allen, and Burrow. And here's the beauty of it. Rodgers wouldn't have to carry the entire team. The Steelers' defense is still stacked. T.J. Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Cam Hayward still anchor a top 10 unit. Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren are a solid 1-2 punch in the backfield. Add a veteran QB who knows how to manage games and make big throws in crunch time, and you've got a dangerous team. O'Connor believes Rodgers' personal situation is nearing resolution. That means the waiting game could finally end within the next few weeks. And if June 10th is truly the date, Steelers fans won't have to wonder much longer. The longtime defensive tackle, who made a name for himself with the Ravens and later became a key piece in the New England Patriots' defensive line, went on national TV and all but pleaded with the Steelers to give him a call. During a recent appearance on Good Morning Football, Guy opened up about his admiration for Pittsburgh, its culture, and yes, even its legendary rivalry with his former team. Here's what Guy had to say. "I'm a defensive guy. I need to go to defensive teams. I understand there's a lot of things up in the air, but I would do it. I would go to Pittsburgh. I love the organization. I know I played for the Ravens. I get the rivalry. I love the black and blue game. I was a part of the black and blue game. It is what it is. This team is known for defense. Folks, this is a guy who knows exactly what it means to play in the AFC North. He's been in the thick of those physical bruising battles. He knows what the Steelers stand for, and he's not shy about saying he wants in. And let's be honest, Steeler Nation, our run defense absolutely collapsed in the second half of the 2024 season. Giving up nearly 300 yards on the ground in the playoff loss to Baltimore? That wasn't just bad, it was downright embarrassing. The front office recognized that and responded quickly in the 2025 NFL Draft. They took defensive tackle Derek Harmon in the first round, then added Jack Sawyer and Yahya Black later. The goal was clear, rebuild the wall up front. But adding a veteran presence like Lawrence Guy could take this defensive line to the next level. Guy isn't a flashy pass rusher. He's not going to lead the team in sacks. But what he does bring is veteran leadership, toughness, and the ability to stop the run, exactly what this team lacked last year. And maybe more importantly, he could help keep Cam Hayward fresh. Let's be real here. Hayward's not getting any younger, and having someone like Guy to rotate in and take some pressure off could be huge for the long grind of the season. Speaking of Cam Hayward, Guy had some fun things to say about him too. There has been stars after stars after stars. You name it, they've played it. Right now, with me on there, I know we're two old people. Me and Cam, we all know we're both old. We kind of look like each other. But he has hair, and I don't have hair. This is what I'm talking about. When you got a defensive state of mind, you need to go to a defensive team. And that is what they've always been known for, its defense and dominance. How can you not love that? The man respects the history. He knows what it means to wear the black and gold, and he's embracing it, rivalry past and all. Now here's the reality of the situation. Guy spent the 2024 season with the Cincinnati Bengals, but only played in 4 games. He finished with just 2 total tackles and didn't make much noise. He was on a 1-year deal for the veteran minimum, $1.2 million. That's about as low risk as it gets. So the question becomes, why wouldn't the Steelers at least bring him in for training camp? This is the kind of low-cost, potentially high-reward signing that smart front offices make, if he's got anything. Left in the tank, he can give you meaningful snaps in run-stopping situations. If he doesn't, cut him at the end of camp. No harm done. But imagine the upside. You get a Super Bowl-winning veteran who understands the AFC North and is begging to play for you. That kind of motivation can't be bought. And let's not overlook the chemistry aspect. Guy's got personality. He's got energy. And for a locker room that's trying to find its identity post-Ben Roethlisberger and with Aaron Rodgers potentially joining the fold, that kind of leadership and enthusiasm could go a long way. Now, before we wrap this up, let's zoom out for a second. The Steelers are building something here. It might not be obvious yet, but the moves are adding up. DK Metcalf at wide receiver, Derek Harmon up front, possibly Rodgers under center, and now, maybe Lawrence Guy to round out the defensive front. Steelers Nation, this offseason has been one wild roller coaster. From letting Wilson and Fields walk to drafting a late-round QB to the unexpected Pickens trade, nothing has been straightforward. But one thing's clear, Omar Khan and Mike Tomlin are still playing chess, not checkers. If Ian O'Connor is right, and let's be honest, he's more in tune with Aaron Rodgers than just about anyone, we could finally get the answer we've been waiting for in less than a month. The Steelers want Rodgers. Rodgers respects the Steelers. The pieces are in place. So now we ask you, what do you think? Will Aaron Rodgers suit up for the Steelers this season? And if he does, where does that put this team in the AFC pecking order? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Drop a like if you're hoping to see Rodgers in Pittsburgh, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update on the black and gold. Until next time, here we go, Steelers.